Welcome in, everyone. This is Olive Trading Post. I am Steve-O, aka Detonator17, and this is what's in the mail for Wonders of the First. If you've seen my most recent videos, you saw my final box break of Wonders of the First for set 2, Call of the Stones here. I just did a final play booster box. That is all of the major product I have in terms of full boxes, but I still have some what's in the mail. So you're going to be seeing this video. I'm actually recording it in chunks. I just received 4 packages today. I was excited to get them opened, so I'm recording the opening of those 4. I have a few more coming early next week, and then towards the end of next week or beginning of the following week, I have a bunch more. So I'm going to be doing a few chunks, but all in one video for you here on YouTube. So this might be a little bit of a longer video overall, but it's going to be broken up by different companies and different sets and breaks that I got involved in. So it's going to be kind of a bunch of different pieces and chapters for a bunch of different things I got, but I think you'll enjoy it. So here we go. So today we have 4 different packages, 3 from Hobby Club, 1 from Orbital Society. Orbital Society is run and managed for Wonders of the First by a nice lady named Crystal. This is my first package from that grouping, and I'm super excited to see what I got because this specifically was done over Memorial Weekend, so last weekend to when I'm recording this. I was in Vegas with some friends. I bought some spots, and then I was out doing Vegas things, so I don't know what cards I got. I know what spots I had. I have no idea what cards I got, so I'm super excited to see what that is. And then the Hobby Club ones, I also haven't fully been paying attention to. I've been involved in so many breaks and so many things, so I don't really know what I got coming. So let's take a look. Let's see what we got here. Let's start with a good classic, a Rip Tia hit. So here at Hobby Club, we did, back on May 20th, so 10 days ago from when I'm recording this, a Rip Tia Hit Play Booster. I also have a Silver Art, Silver Alt Art Pack. Those of you by now know that's the Wanted Pack at the beginning of a Play Booster box. This specific day, they did them separately. So instead of you just get the pack a certain way, it was part of its own purchase auction spot. Alright, so in this package, we should have both my hit on that Rip Tia Hit Play Booster, as well as whatever that was in that Wanted card, and I don't remember what the Wanted card was. So we do have 2 things. One's going to be each of them. We have a bunch of cards to sort through yet again. I feel like every 3 days I'm sorting through a large stack of cards, but it's fun. I do it in my free time as I'm watching. Usually I'm watching breaks. And I'm like, okay, well, they're going to be breaking a bunch of boxes here. I have the audio on. I'm just going to sort out cards here on the mat. Here we have some classic foils. So we hit 3. That's an impressive amount of classic foil hits of decent quality. So it's at least, obviously, every pack has one, but these are some good ones. So we have an uncommon, which is fine. But then we have a rare Raiding Sage and an epic Dark Evil of Estandestrad. So that is 2 very good classic foils. So I'm going to put them back into this pack here for a moment. And then we have our hits. So this here is the silver. This here is the hit. This was done by Firebird. I remember. Oh boy. That's a. There we go. Let's try that again. Sorry about that, because I just kicked my camera and hit it with my hand. This was done by Firebird, who is one of the 2 Hobby Club streamers and pack rippers for Wonders of the First, or breakers for Wonders of the First. I remember getting this because this was a week I hit this card 3 or 4 times. Multiple times in Rip Tia hits, I hit it in a Play Booster box, and I think I got it in another spot. Great card. I love it. You can only have 1 in your deck. It has good trade value and sale value, so I'm not complaining, but it was wild just watching time after time getting the same card. And that card is another Umbrathian Formless Stone. Mythic, specifically for the Umbrathine Orbital. As I mentioned, I already have one, so that is already in my deck to play with. I have an extra copy in a separate binder that I'm trying to complete a play set, and I have others. So I have so many of this card. It looks so cool. The Formless Foil is gorgeous, but I would love to get some new cards to complete my play set. And this here is the Wanted card. So I don't know what the Wanted card was that I hit. We got A20 Drazier Bone Lock. So this is his lowest rarity Drazier Bone Lock. It's fine. I have this one as well. I have a lot of the wanted cards that are A11 and higher. I'm trying to get those top A2 through A10s. But right there, we add a Drazier Bone Lock to the spot. So I have him there. We'll keep that stone front and center. All right, let's see what we got next. All right, so next up, also Hobby Club. Back from May 15th. So this is 15 days ago. So this is something that somehow got delayed. This is a Rip to a Hit as well. And I won 2 random cards. So not sure why it was delayed. Usually they get them out in the mail within a day or two, like 2 to 3 days. And then obviously it takes some time to get here from Texas. I live in California. But for whatever reason, this one got delayed. Not going to complain. Hobby Club has been absolutely great with what they provide. So that's what we got. We got a lot of stuff going on here. So we have cards peeking out, which is interesting. All right, I don't know what's happening here. Let's figure this out together. So let's put those 2 cards down there. Put these 2 cards here. We're opening this pack. So this is going to be, again, it shows right here, this is a Play Booster Rip to a Hit. And it shows I have 2 random foil cards as a giveaway that I won. 2 different giveaways during this rip. So this should be the Rip to a Hit, just random cards. So we have just a bunch of random cards here, per normal, no problem. Add those off to the side. I'll put my, obviously the foils go in their own pile. Booty Snatcher. All right, based on those foils, we had 2 packs, and that's about 2 packs worth of cards. I should not have 2 cards here, because they're both mythics. I saw them both. So I don't know what happened. Actually, I do. I do know what happened. This is a fun scenario. I am famous for this. Mitch at Hobby Club, who obviously knows me as Detonator 17, laughs every time this happens, because 70% of the time when I do Rip to Your Hits, this happens. I'll get through the first pack and I'll hit a mythic in the first pack. So he'll open 1 pack, boom, mythic. Hobby Club is very community-centric and community-forward. So they do a thing where if you hit a card in the first pack, they'll give you a second pack for free and rip the second pack. This specific scenario, I hit a mythic in both packs, which is wild. So we hit the Sundura Amphitheater. This is a card I need for my set, so this adds to my play set ability now, which is great. We'll keep that right there. And I believe that was the second card hit, because the first card hit was this one. I remember this. A Boundless Formless Stone. So another stone hit. So we had 2 stones so far and 2 Rip to Ya hits. This just happened to be because I got an extra pack. I hit them both. This here was Firebird's very first Rip to Ya hit. I remember the day clearly. I was the second buyer on the Rip to Ya hit. The first buyer got whatever mythic they got, and then she goes and opens the second pack, hits this, hits that, boom, boom. It was wild. Funny thing enough, too, with this, I need a Petrian Stone. That's the green stone for my playset. I don't have one. I've opened so many boxes. I've had so many Rip to Ya hits and so many break spots. I have not hit it. I keep hitting Umbrathian, which is, again, gorgeous. Don't need it. Boundless I have multiple of, and I have a bunch of Heliosynth. Sulfera, I'm in a trade right now with someone to get a Sulfuran Stone, and then I'm waiting to finally find a Petrian Stone. Don't know why that singular green stone is so difficult, or so difficult for me to hit. I keep hitting everything else, just not that one. All right, here we have 2 foil cards. Rare and uncommon. So these were the 2 giveaways. So we have Luminera and we have Gloramash. So 2 cool cards, both in formless foil, or not formless foil, sorry, both in classic foil or common foil. All right. Moving on to box number 3 for Hobby Club. This also, Rip to Ya hit. This will have 2 different Rip to Ya hits in this. This is from May 19th. I did a few more Rip to Ya hits the other day through Hobby Club as well, and I got a bunch of great mythics, so those will be coming probably another week or so. I believe this is the last of the catch-up Rip to Ya hits. So I had a bunch out there, that I've been waiting for, and this I think is all of them. All right, so we have our 2 different hits from both Riptia hits. We have the normal stack of cards here. We have the foils. So we have an uncommon, epic, Captain Shar, common, and a rare Joricho. So that'll just go off to the side there. And then our hits. This one, I don't remember. When was the last one we just did with Firebird for this one? This is May 20th. This is going to be hilarious. This was May 20th. This is May 19th. I'm pretty positive one of these 2 is an Umbra Stone. Because I remember commenting to her on chat when I hit this one, I believe, that, oh yeah, there's another. I hit one yesterday from you. I want other cards. But I believe one of these is going to be an Abrathian Stone. Boom, there it is. Hilarious. So a second Umbrathian Formless Stone. Wild. Let's just have Boundless surrounded by 2 Umbrathians. And then the other hit is Starway the Guide. Solid Mythic. Boom. All right, so we had decent Riptia hits. 3 stones across 4 Riptia hits. So I did 4 Riptia hits. I got 3 stones plus Starway. This just happened to be teamed up with that one because I hit them back to back. It's a pretty good Riptia hit. If you're curious, I know this has been asked by people before. To be transparent, you're like, okay, what is the pricing here? Is this worth it? A typical Mythic here, right now at the market, is worth about $15 in paper format, so without the shiny border. If it had a border like this, it'd be worth more, but about $15. A stone is worth between $60 to $80 right now. Depends where you're selling it, who you're selling it to. The Riptia hits, cost-wise, vary anywhere from usually on a play booster Riptia hit, $16 to $26 is usually the average price range. Again, you're with other people bidding, so it's not going to be the same price every time, but that's usually the price range, within $16 to $26. I've gone some cheap at like $16, $17, some at $23, $24, $25. It just varies. For that purpose, this is a very profitable hit. For 4 buys, let's say I have $20 a piece, that's $80. I have $200 in cards here. So this worked really well. I do recommend, if you're going to get into Wonders of the First, either go to your local Target or go online to Star City Games, buy a Play Booster box. It's $150. It comes with 30 packs, 12 cards a piece. So you're getting 360 cards. Out of those 360 cards, 30 of them are going to be classic foil, so that border over here. You're going to get anywhere from 3 to 7 mythic cards, such as these here. And you're going to get 1 wanted card, which is this one here. Not necessarily this exact one, one of the 23 available. So it's a very good bang for your buck value. But if you're going to be in Whatnot streams, you can do Riptia hits. Riptia hits can be very profitable. There's been times where I've Riptia hit for 20 bucks. I've gotten this amount of cards plus a mythic, which is great if you're new to the game and you want to build a deck. It's cheaper than buying a whole box. But buying a whole box to me is more fun because then I get to rip a whole box. So that's what it is. Okay, so there is our Riptia hits. I did not know all 3 of these packages were Riptia hits. But now we are heading to Orbital Society. So this is from May 24th. So last Sunday. I'm recording this on Saturday the 30th. This is Memorial Weekend Sunday. Orbital Society, specifically Crystal, did a 5 Dragon Box break. I had 4 spots in this break. I had Petrian Uncommons. I had Petrian Rares. Those are both the green cards. I had Heliosynth Epic, which are the yellowish gold cards. And then I had the Big Chicken Energy spot, which is Transfigured Chicken, Uncomfortably Numb, Fist of the Broken, and Song of the Bone Harvest. I received 4 packages like this. I don't know what's in these packages. These are all magged up, I believe. Oh, they're not all magged up. Okay, so first, let's slide things out of the packages. There are mags. I am hoping for multiple. So 5 Dragon Boxes is a total of 40 packs. Each pack has 8 cards apiece. So that is a total of 320 cards. Each pack is comprised of, on average, 2 common cards, 2 uncommon cards, a token, one rare or epic, or no, one epic, and a mythic or a serialized card. That's the standard pack setup. You might have 3 commons up front with a rare, and then a token or something else, but that's the typical setup. So, in those 5 dragon boxes, there was a guarantee that there was going to be 20 mythic cards in formless foil, because every card is formless foil in a dragon box, and there was a guarantee that there would be 20 serialized cards, common, uncommon, rare, epic, mythic, etc. So from this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things in mags. As someone who understands sports card trading and cost of these products and the actual sleeves and everything, I believe Crystal would only mag a mythic or an OCM. That would be my belief. I don't know if that's what happened on this specific stream, because looking at this though, there's top loaders. So I would assume that every other formless foil would be just in a top loader. We're going to find out together. I would love that to be true, where we have 5 cards that are either formless foil mythics or OCM serialized cards. So first, we're going to open up all of these. We're going to keep them in their stacks, because I believe each stack is probably its... Oh, it's not actually. Because I only have 4. I only have 4. Oh, okay. Never mind. It's going to be this way. So I have 4 break spots. But one of those is a mythic. The belief would be a mythic would always be magged. So I believe this is going to be 1, 2, 3, and then the mythic would be 4. So these 3 stacks that I'm making here should all be formless foils in each of those groupings that I had. The belief would be the highest pile, which is this one, is uncommon. This would be rare, this would be epic. We're going to find that out together, but I am going to slide it in that setup as I knock my camera again. Sorry. Let me move some stuff off to the side, out of the way, off screen here, so I have some space to work with. All right, let's keep everything on screen for you. My belief is this is going to be Petrian uncommon. Am I right? I am wrong. This is Petrian rare, which means this stack, which is second highest, is Petrian uncommon. So first off, this stack is taller by 1 card. That's wild. There are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards here. If all of those cards are Petrian rares, that is huge. A pack only has 1 rare. You're not getting more than 1 rare in a pack. So you're talking about 40 packs, that's 40 rare cards. If I had 11 of 40 in 1 orbital is wild. Here you have 2 uncommons per pack. So the fact that I would hit, and this should be about 9 or 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The fact that I hit 9 here, that's not that big of a deal. But the fact that these are 11, if those are all rares, and then we even have 5 epics for Heliosynth potentially, this is going to be crazy. And then these 5 as well. So let's start here. So uncommon. So we have Ripple Song, Sir Cedric Greenleaf, Verdantia's Chosen, Oblate Spheroid Python, Pedro Hivemaster, Quelrian Hermit, Alai the Silent, Gromash Swampbane. We saw this, and I think it's sitting off to the side here. Can I quickly grab it? Where was he? Here he is. I want to show you the difference. This is the common foil, and this is the formless foil. So if you're wondering, oh, what's the difference? That's the difference there. The one on the left here goes all the way to the edges. This one just has that border around it. Really cool looking card. And we have an Empowered Cow. So not only do we get 9 uncommons in Petrian, but no duplicates either. All right, these are going to go off screen now because they're just uncommons. Sort those later. Now we have rares. Let's see if these are all actually rares. We'll move this stack here as I knock things over. There we go. We have Jed for Petrian Rare. We have Elder Buckham. Oh, and we have some epics. Let's sort these better then. Okay, hold on. Sorry about this. They did not sort it the way I thought they would sort it, and this makes significantly more sense now. That's not how that pile was supposed to stack. All right, we have more uncommons, and we're going to have duplicates now for sure. Henry Littlefoot, Deep Forest Tracker, Baby Stonehorn, Luminous Labyrinth, Icarit Infusion, Monster Tamer, another Sir Cedric, and Kalen Swiftmane. Okay, this makes more sense math-wise. These are all uncommon. Rare, we only have 4. This makes significantly more sense. Okay, so back again, we have Elder Buckham, Jed, Frengus, and the Empowered Barnel. So those are the 4 rare Petrians. Now we have 3 Heliosynth Epics. I was about to be ecstatic by having 11 rares. Again, bringing up numbers, though rare is worth about $15 in formless foil. If I had 11, that'd be $165 right there, which is a significant chunk of what I paid for these spots. So that would have been awesome. All right, but here we go. Heliosynth Epic. We have Kala Dustmane, Kronar Cogmine, and the Sunfire Navigator SUV. We'll put those right there. I'll put these up top. Actually, we're going to put these over here. So now we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things in mags. The fact that the top 3 came from the same packs that these cards were in, I would assume the top 3 are OCMs, the bottom 2 are Mythics. I don't know. So we're just going to go from the top here and see what happens. Or do we go from the bottom? You know what? Let's go from the bottom. Because if these are OCMs, I'd rather save the OCMs for last. All right. So again, I had, for the Mythic spot, if any of the Mythics hit, and the Mythic could be OCM as well, that'd be awesome. Big Chicken Energy has Transfigure Chicken, Uncomfortably Numb, Fist of the Broken, which is a huge and powerful card in this game, and Song of the Bone Harvest. So let's see what we hit. First card up. Formless Foil, Song of the Bone Harvest. So really cool there. Dude's like strumming his axe like a guitar. Makes sense, song. His ability here, if you're wondering, sacrifice a wonder. So any other character that has a number up in this corner, put X 1 power skeleton tokens, evenly distributing the realm, where in each realm, where X is the power of the wonder. So if this number is 4, I would get 4 1 power skeleton tokens and distribute them across. So very solid card. You're spending 5. In theory, this could be 4 if you have an Umbra land out there. So you're spending 4 to get rid of a card, and then you're just having a bunch of 1 power tokens. That could be great for Umbrathian because Umbrathian is specific to sacrificing. So you can sacrifice a card that's better off in the graveyard or the abyss and use his effect to bring out other cards, then bring that card back so you can do a fun combo thing. So we have Song of the Bone Harvest. And for the purpose of lighting, I believe that's going to be better up there. Yes, it is. All right, we're going to do this. Boundless, Umbra. All right, second card. This is probably also a Mythic. Fist of the Broken. Such a cool looking card. Like, look at that fire behind it. The fist blowing through the fire. The effect here is if this is the first card you played this round, destroy target wonder. So I get to pick a wonder my opponent has, destroy it. If no opponents have played a card this round, this costs 3 less. So this is extremely powerful if you are the first player. So if you set up where you're first player and this is in your hand, this costs normally 4. This costs 3 less, would be a 1. If you have a Sulfuran land out there, this costs 0. You just play this, destroy enemy wonder. This is huge in rounds 5, 6, and 7, where you need to turn the tide in a certain realm. and you happen to get first player, boom. All right. So the hope is this is 3 OCMs now. This could be an uncommon OCM, which is out of 75. This could be a rare OCM, which is out of 50. This could be epic OCM, which is out of 25. First up, Abandon Hope, epic. This is number 16 of 25. This is that Heliosynth epic spot. Players lose all faith. This is a clutch card if you are trying to play all glory, your opponent's trying to play all glory. Boom, you just get rid of all their faith. It does say if the spell causes you to lose faith, items with cost 1 or higher can be nullified this round. Which is not a bad side effect, but kind of sucks if you're trying to get all glory on the field. But alright, a 16 out of 25, great epic OCM to have. I would love to see another epic OCM, but these were all in separate packages, so probably not. There we go. We have number 26 of 75. So this is the uncommon Petrian spot, Deep Forest Tracker. In the final, are we going to hit the middle and hit the rare as well? We are not. We have number 46 of 75, Baby Stonehorn, uncommon OCM. So we hit 2 uncommon OCMs, 1 epic OCM, the 2 mythic formless foils out of that box, plus all the other formless foils. So looking at how much I paid for the spot and be like, okay, did you get your money back? Answer is yes. Profitable slightly. If I sell all the formless foils, I would be in profit territory as well as selling all of these. But overall, this is really good. The fact that I hit the epic OCM is definitely what kind of pushes it up there. The Fist of the Broken Formless Foil is also a great card to have. People love that and love collecting formless foils. So overall, this was solid. As I mentioned, you're about to see another set of great What's in the Mail. I'm going to have this all as one video. So in a few seconds, it'll hop to me probably in a different shirt, continuing this off. All right, continuing on our What's in the Mail here. We had a few more arrive today. You're seeing this as a whole long video. I broke it into segments, recording it as I got them in. But we have 4 more here. First up, we have a Digi-Break style. So this is from Mavs 41 Ace. The way this works is instead of normally like, oh, you get a spot where I get all Sulfera uncommons, or I get certain mythic clans, or anything like that, this is where you pick a number 0 through 9. Randomly, you get assigned a number 0 through 9. And you get every card ending in that number. So as you can see here, the number in the bottom corner looks like to be a 6. So I should have every card ending in 6. I also will have some other cards in here. Let's see what we got here. I definitely have cards I shouldn't have. Oh no, this was first purchase. So it was my first purchase through him. So he tossed in a Shock Mine, which is one of Kaya's story tokens. We'll put that right up there. But yes, then what should have happened, which is not what happened. I don't know what happened here. Unless he did a Rip Tia hit first, I have a bunch of cards, all with different ending numbers, including story tokens. So I believe what must have happened, it's not on the paper that is here in front of me that got sent with the order, but I believe I must have done a Rip Tia hit with him first, and then separately did the Digi spot. I don't know, actually. Because all of these have all different numbers in the corner. So as you can see here, like that one ends in 6, 1, 6, 3. So a Digi-Break is supposed to be like I get every card ending in 6. This, I don't know what happened. I just have a bunch of cards. So let's take a look at what the hit is. And I don't know if I got all those cards because it was the first purchase with him. He just gave me a stack of commons, because they're all sorted common and uncommon in a row. So maybe that whole set was just a stack of, here's your first time purchase, thanks. Which would make all these the remaining. I don't know what happened. So let's just check it out. No, because these are all the special cards. So we have, these are all tokens, I believe. Yep. So this is a little pack of all the tokens. Here we have numbers ending in 1 and other numbers as well. So we have a common and uncommon classic foil. We have some rares in a pack. We have an epic Sunfire Navigator here, and this ends in the number 1. And then we have another epic foil, which ends in the number 1, of the Radiant Hierarch Maxim Solaris. So I believe I had spot number 1, which these 4 cards all match. I don't know what happened with the commons and uncommons. This doesn't seem like this person's first time doing it, so I only got in for 1 spot. So I don't know if them or their packing warehouse team just didn't know how to sort them. But these are all over the place with numbers, not just ending in the number 1. So I truly don't know what happened. But we have more cards here. We have some tokens. We'll just toss those in the pile. And then we have 2 nice epics, including a classic foil, 2 other classic foils, plus that Shock Mine card. So let's put those off to the side. Next up, we have Palmetto games. Palmetto, I don't remember exactly what I got into. His style is, he usually does, and I can go back and check, obviously. He usually does, I think it's 3 collector boxes and a dragon box. So 1 dragon box, 3 collector boxes. And I only have 3 cards. So I am curious right now. So I'm going to go back and check. Is there an easy way to find this? There is. I downloaded it earlier today. Give me 1 sec, guys. All right, confusion resolved. For Palmetto, for this specific break, I only bought 1 spot, which was a mythic spot. So I would only hit the mythic cards. I didn't buy, normally I would buy a bunch of spots, get some common, uncommons in there. Didn't do that. So I have just the mythic spot, and then I had a 1 giveaway. So the giveaway winner here is a common Reese Ghostguile. Is that just a paper common? Just a paper common. So take it out of the sleeve and toss into the pile with the rest. And then I had the Up in Flames spot. So Up in Flames has the Sulfuran Stone. It has Obsidian Heart. It has, I can't remember all of them. There's 3 others, or 2 others at least. So I had that whole spot. Crimson Reaver, there's one of them. All right, so I had a Crimson Reaver, and that is a Formless Foil, right? Am I blind today? That is the Formless Foil Crimson Reaver, yes. And we had a paper Obsidian Heart. So 2 mythics on a spot. I don't remember how much I paid for the spot, but that's a good pool anyway. Boom. So we'll keep the 2 mythics up there. We're going to move this aside. I'm going to swap and get rid of the one that has words on it. We'll just keep that off to the side there without the words. All right, and next up is Sister Brit, who I'm actually currently watching a stream of. They're super nice. They include a sticker in their thing. They always usually have a handwritten message. I had the Sulfuran, the Petrian Stone. Did not hit the Petrian Stone. So they give you some play boosters for not hitting. So great channel. It's 3 sisters. They have a bunch more sisters, but 3 of them do content. They're super nice. So we have some packs to open. So let's do that. The benefit here is, for a spot I hit obviously nothing on, I could pull great cards. So let's see what we hit. We obviously have our token, uncommon, card spell. That's fine. I'll pick those up later. They're just commons. Common, common, common. Rare, Eldon Buckham. Uncommon, uncommon, common, Formless Foil. These will just get added to the pile. And then we have another pack as well. I've heard people, obviously, I've hit great in these packs before between Hobby Club and Sister Brit and others. Like, you never know. It's just a play booster pack. So, a box gets divvied up, you could hit anything. All right, so common. Common Story token, Whistle Grip. Rare, Agent Mordecai. Uncommon. And uncommon, Formless, or Classic Foil. So not great, not a problem though. Just add that to the pile. Let me grab these cards I dropped. All right. So then the final one is yet another Hobby Club. This is the first time Hobby Club did not send me a slip of what I ordered. So it came with 2 sets of cards, 2 top loaders, and a mag and some top loaders. And it doesn't say anything on these cards. So I don't know. I can go back and check through Whatnot. It tells me which tracking number went with which order. It was just surprising. Usually there's always a piece of paper inside that tells you what you ordered. But I'm assuming these are just going to be normal cards. These are not. These are going to be Kaya's story tokens. So I had a Kaya spot. Let's see if I can go find that real quick then. This is easier to find because I would have had a Kaya. All right, so let's see. Hobby Club. This would have been from about a week ago. These are definitely all... These are Roman Silver Shot tokens, not Kaya tokens. Here we go. Dragon's Den Collect and Break. Okay, so it looks like for this break set, I believe this is the correct one. Let me just glance at what I got here. This is the right one. So I had Monsoon Season, Thowwind Epic, Good versus Evil, and Roman and his tokens. What this included is a collector box, a play booster box, and I believe a dragon box. All right, so we have Roman's tokens here. So these are all tokens for Roman. We have a nice foil epic with the normal epic. So these will all be his base level ones. So we'll put those in a pile off to the side. If there is any big Roman hits, they're going to be in the top loaders, which we're hoping for. Hey, I would love to see a paper Roman. I don't remember this break either. Here we have the epics for Thowwind. A good amount of them. Impressive amount. Including 1 epic classic foil and a formless foil Kohana. So I'll keep that over here as well. Boom. Nice foil epic. All right. Oh, this one very specifically says Monsoon Season on it. So we'll save those for last, because I don't know what's in those. Actually, no, I'm going to save the mag for last. All right, so these 3 say Monsoon Season, which means those have to be mythics, unless only the top mag is one. Let's open these up as well. We're just going to make a stack here. Actually, we'll go top to bottom. I have no idea what are in these 2. Because there was an so I have Good versus Evil as well, on top of Monsoon Season, the Roman spot. Since the Kohana here was not in a top loader, or a sleeve, which is surprising for them. Usually Hobby Clubs, at least sleeves and top loads, all formless foils like that. Because it wasn't, I'm assuming all 5 of these are mythics, which would be a very good day. Like I said, I got involved in this. Let's see, what were the price points? These are a little bit more expensive than I would normally pay, so I'm assuming this was like a multi-dragon. Let me quickly find it for you guys here. Let's see, this was back on 5/22. I've had so many purchases since then. Let's see, what do we got here? Does it tell me? It just tells me Dragon Den. That's not very useful information right now. Dragon's Den Collect and Play. So I don't know how many plays, how many of any of the groups there were. All right, so let's just see what we got. So first card up here. They did sleeve. That's really weird that they didn't sleeve and top load this epic Thowwind, but they did for the 1,000-Arm Jelly. Very strange. Okay, so that's just an epic. Second one that was separate. Hey, a paper Roman Silver Shot. I've been looking for this card. I've decided to add Roman, I think, into my deck. So right now I have Kaya in my deck. I've been debating back and forth. Roman has really good effects with his story token. So does Kaya. Obviously, here's one right here. So they both have very good effects. I could add both, but that's double heliosynthing, which could work. That could work without a problem. I would just remove Lord Kareth from my deck. So I'm still debating on that, but now that I have a Roman paper, that makes it an easier decision to add him because I didn't want to go out there and buy a Roman paper. But now we have 3 others. These all say Monsoon Season, which would be Shelgaroth, it would be Saint of Swirling Church, and a few others. Are these all hits for that? Let's find out. So let's start at the bottom here. First up, Saint of the Swirling Church, Mythic Paper. Second, Saint of the Swirling Church, Mythic Paper. We hit 3 for 3? No. Alien Wisp Song. All right, so not too shabby. Boom, boom, boom. So that break with Hobby Club there. 4 mythics, including one being a Stone Seeker. We still have this mag. We'll get to that in a second. We have Boom Boom, the foil, a formless foil, and normal one. So this is pretty solid. So we're going to stack these 4 mythics together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put those there. We got the formless foil. We got the Roman. Let's keep them all in view for everybody. Boom, boom, boom. But now we have this mag. And this could be anything from an epic OCM, which would be awesome. It could be a formless foil of one of the mythics, including Roman. Or it could be an OCM of a mythic. So let's take a peek. What do we got? Shelgaroth, the Ocean Bulwark, formless foil. So another formless foil. We'll add that. Boom, right there. So we have 2 formless foil mythics. We have the Stone Seeker. And then we have 4 normal mythics. So pretty good what's in the mail break right there. I have a bunch more coming tomorrow, which will be added into this video. So hopefully you enjoy that. I know I have some more OCMs coming. I've been waiting for them. Some of the ones coming tomorrow are ones where I wasn't watching. So it's a lot of that Memorial Day weekend stuff. So I wasn't watching. I don't know what I hit, including there was a 10X, so 10 full dragons opened by Hobby Club. I believe those are arriving tomorrow. So we could hit a lot of great cards. I have no idea. So I'll be adding that to this video coming shortly. All right, we're transitioning to part 3. You'll notice I look a little different. I have glasses on today since I'm working from home. Didn't feel like changing it up. This is now the final part of this full video of what's in the mail. This pretty much is like the last major set of things I have from Wonders of the First. Coming up soon, in a few weeks from now, I'll be heading to Vegas for a convention, SCG, Star City Gaming Convention, that is big on Magic the Gathering as well as Wonders of the First. So I might be getting some more cards there, and I'll do like a little video about how that went afterwards, so beginning in July. But this here is pretty much my last big what's in the mail. I do have a few other things coming, so I might do one more short one. But this is the last of the major stuff. And then I got to go through my inventory, see what I'm going to do with it, see how I'm doing on the Dragon points for that Dragon Cup coming later this year. But let's get started. So first one we have here is this package. I just opened all the packages and stacked the sets all over here, or these packages. This is the only one I don't know who this is from. It has a name on the thing being shipped. I don't know who that name is compared to a Whatnot streamer name. So looking at everything else to my left, they all are associated with different things that I know. I don't know what this one is. I could probably go and check it. I'll comment it afterwards down below in the description. Or this might have been a trade, but I think this probably was a Whatnot spot that I had. So we got 4 cards here. I don't even know what spot I had. So let's just take a look together. So we'll start at the back. We have Uncomfortably Numb. So this would be in the... I want to say Darkness Falls, but I think that is wrong. Uncomfortably Numb does not fall into Darkness Falls. Uncomfortably Numb falls into Big Chicken Energy, maybe? Nope, that's Fist of the Broken. This is an Umberthine spot. Now I have to go look. Can I easily find that? Let's find out. While we're all just hanging out here. Oh, no, I was right. It's Big Chicken Energy. Okay. Yeah, so Big Chicken Energy. So this has Uncomfortably Numb, Song of the Bone Harvest, the Transfigured Chicken, and a 4th card that I already forgot after glancing at this. and Fist of the Broken. Okay, yeah, which I called that already. All right, so we have an Uncomfortably Numb paper. That's a pretty good start. If I only bought this spot, which it looks like I did, actually. This would tell me, too. I could have checked on that. This was maybe one break spot where all I got was Big Chicken. Yeah, it looks like this was 2 dragons, 2 dragon boxes, a collector's box, and a play booster box. I only bought this singular spot. I don't have in my spreadsheet who it's from. I can check that later. But this is pretty solid. There are 4 mythics out of that. I don't even know what I paid for that spot. Let's see. Am I making my money back in 4 mythic? Oh, yeah, for sure. All right. Hopefully some of these are formless foils or classic foils. Second card. Uncomfortably Numb classic foil. Speaking of it, boom. And you can see the difference right there. You got that silver border. Boom, boom. That's pretty good. We'll go to this one. We have a paper Song of the Bone Harvest. I love the black and purple color scheme. And then finally, we have Fist of the Broken. I don't know if I need any of these for my playset. That I also have open, I can tell you. I don't think I do. Actually, I do. I needed Uncomfortably Numb. So I needed Fist of the Broken. Fantastic. So that's not only is this a great thing for buying one spot for about $60, getting this, but these 2 cards I need both of for my playset that I'm building. And I'm down, before this, I was down to 12 mythics. So now I only need 10 mythic cards left. Some of those could be in the rest of the packs we're going to see here shortly. All right, so we're going to use the center here. We're going to stack all the mythics right there. We'll stack the classic foil mythics right next to it. All right, next up, we have this pack. This is from Hobby Club. A bunch of these are going to be from Hobby Club. This was a 2-headed dragon. So I believe this means there was 2 dragon boxes, a collector box, and a play booster box. Here I had Umbrathian Epics and Big Chicken Energy. So this was a spot where I had 3 breaks in a row. I had Big Chicken Energy. So this is the second of 3. I don't know which one over next to me has the third. And I got baited. That is an empty thing. So that means I hit no mythics. So we have a bunch of epics. We have a classic foil epic, 2 classic foil epics right there. So not too shabby. Put those completely off to the side. And then, whatever reason, this is in like a full pack little set here. Oh, we have some formless foils. So formless foil epics. We got there Terminus the Spirit Cage, Autumn's Light, Tombstone Purgatory, and another Terminus the Spirit Cage. I'm going to keep it in this pack here for now. I will go sleeve these individually later. We'll keep those epic formless foils there. They must have had some change in their warehousing, because I not only noticed that this is a thing where normally, especially if Mitch is running it, every single one of these would have been sleeved and top-loaded since they're epics and formless foils. But I have another set over here, which we'll go to next, where in the box, they were just free outside of packaging completely. So very strange with this set of packing from Hobby Club. These cards are lower level quality, so it's not that big a deal compared to mythics or formless foils and whatnot, but it's kind of annoying that cards are just banging around in the box. So this here was another spot I had. I lost the paper. Here it is. So this one I had Petrian Uncommon, and I had Lord Kareth. This was a full case of collector's boxes. So 6 collector's boxes. That's a total of 180 packs. What was wild watching this was Lord Kareth Duskwayne, I think, was the only Stoneseeker I didn't see hit. I was watching most of it. I didn't watch the whole stream. I was busy doing some other stuff. But I kept seeing Valen gets hit, Roman, Kaya, and their mythic story tokens. Kareth, nothing. The very following day, Kareth hits. And I'm like, that's my luck. Alright, so here we got a big old chunk of cards. These are those Petrian Uncommons. I will go sort out the classic foils from the rest of them later. Here we have Kareth Duskwayne story tokens. So these are going to be epic, common up to epic. Some of those are the foils. We'll put that off to the side here. Here, we have Formless Foil Uncommons, again, all together in one sleeve. But Luminous Labyrinth, Ripple Song, and a Baby Stonehorn. So we'll keep these in here as well for now to keep them protected so I can sleeve them individually. And then we have something, two things, and a top loader. Which maybe I did hit Mythics, I just didn't know. Because there'd be no reason, unless these are epic Formless Foils for Lord Kareth. Because Petrine Uncommon, we already have the Formless Foils right there. So these have to be Lord Kareth tokens. So maybe I did hit a Lord Kareth. This is so weird. Why would they put... We have two different cards here. Oh, this is the alt art. I'm like, wait, how are these cards different? This is the alt art of Baby Stonehorn. That's kind of cool seeing the difference. So you can see... Sorry about the little bit of a glare there. There we go. The same card, same effect, but two different artworks. Okay, so there's an alt art of Baby Stonehorn. And we have... This one doesn't make sense. This is the basic card. So I don't know why they put some cards here and then decided to put one of them in a top loader. But this is going to go with this stack here. But we did get one alt art. We'll keep that up in the center for now. We'll have that off to the side. So that's kind of cool. So alt art, Baby Stonehorn, not an OCM. Surprising. I wasn't surprised there was no OCMs. There was only going to be 6 at between 6 to 8 potentially if you have the gold pack OCMs. For Petrine Uncommon, hey, you have a shot. It's an uncommon spot. I wasn't really expecting it. I would have been nice to see a mythic for Lord Kareth or Lord Kareth himself, but can't hit them all. So there's that one. Next up, we have this, and this is boom, boom, boom. Oh, we have one thing and a thing. This here's Forge of Destiny. The guy who does this is actually kind of cool. He is a real-life forger, and not in, like, the illegal way. He actually has, like, I don't know if he does specifically metal or what, but he forges items. So makes, like, knives and axes and things like that. It's, like, medieval time style. So really cool. He talks about in his stream, he kind of has a whole backdrop, but that's where he gets his name, Forge of Destiny. I had 3 spots for this. Umbrathian Common, Ignatius Dunebeard as a singular mythic card, and then the Sulfuran Formless Stone as a singular card. We opened 2 collectors and 1 dragon. So we'll start with the straight little normal unpack it, or not top loaded, not sleeved or anything cards. So these are just going to be generic cards. So these are all Umbrathian Common. We'll just put that in the stack over here. Next up, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 things in a top loader. We have a few things here. These are going to be foils. He does this normally, so this is not strange for him. It was strange for a hobby club. So we have 6 here, classic foil Umbrathian Commons. And then we have some more Umbrathian Commons in classic foil. No alternate artworks there. Boom. All right. So now we have 4 things in the top loader and 1 in a mag. I don't know if I hit an OCM. I don't know if I hit one of my mythics. Maybe in Formless Foil. That would be great. I've been looking for a stone. Sulfuran Stone, I just need a normal, actually. I would love if one of the 4 of these is a Sulfuran Stone. I need that. That's one of the remaining 10 mythics I need now. We'll start from the bottom, though. We have Formless Foil of Umbrathian Common, Cole Stillwind. We have a second Core Stillwind. We have Reese Ghostguile, Umbrathian Common. And the final one, a second Reese Ghostguile. That's wild. 2 Reese Ghostguiles, 2 Core Stillwinds in Formless Foil across 1 Dragon box, where you're only getting 16 to 18 commons. We have 4, so pretty good odds of how many we hit, but the fact that we hit 2 of each in 1 Dragon box. Oh, actually, no, the collector's boxes have formless foils as well. So that's why. Okay. So we'll put those over here in the pile. So now we have one thing in a mag. So like I said, this is either going to be an Umbrathian OCM, common OCM, or it's going to be Ignatius Doombeard or the Sulfuran Stone, most likely in formless foil if it's in a mag. And we hit Ash Mines, 23 of 99. That is an OCM for Umbrathian Common. This is a good one because there was someone I've been talking to on Discord. I sold him specifically in Ash Mines, and he's looking to collect a playset of them. So 3 for this specific card since it's a secondary. So I have someone who's already looking for this card. We will keep this right in front of us here. We're going to move the alt art down. We'll keep the OCM there, alt artwork off to the side. All right. Next up, we have this. This is from Mr. Todd. Mr. Todd did a break that I got involved in. I got the Your Helio Highness spot. I watched it and it wasn't going good. So I watched through it. I'm like, it's one of those days again where my breaks just aren't hitting. And he opened a bunch of things. I don't remember everything that was part of this. Let me see if I can quickly find it. I'm not going to be able to find that one quick enough. But he goes through and he starts opening packs, blah, blah, blah. Gets through, I think he was doing multiple play boosters, a few collectors, and then a dragon. And through most of it wasn't anything. The dragon finally hit something. So we'll get to that card in a second. But we do have 2 or 3 things here. 2 that are in top loaders. So that's good. And I think I only got one spot, which is the Your Helio Highness spot in this break. And we hit a Gingan Girkin III. Mythic. Very nice. Paper. We also hit a Synthara the Divine Mythic on paper. So we'll add that to the pile. I don't need either of these 2 for my collectible playset, but it is nice to have more Mythics. But then, the very final box. This was, I think he already pulled a Stone Foil, which is a 1 of 1. Obviously didn't get it. It wasn't mine. Actually, I believe it was a Helio. And I was like, ooh, there's a chance. And it wasn't mine. But then the very final pack, he opens this. Gingan Girkin III, 5 of 10 OCM. And you can see the difference here. Obviously, you have the same kind of artwork in the center, but you have that nice gold border with the number on it. So not only did I get a paper copy, but I got the OCM. This is very nice. This card should be worth about $500. So a great OCM to have. I will be utilizing that to either trade towards finishing my playset or just to make some money back and try to buy some more cards. But yeah, there adds another Mythic. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Mythic papers, 1 Classic Foil Mythic, and that OCM Mythic, plus a common OCM, all art, and a bunch of other stuff. The last one we have here, and we're going to be a big old pile. So we have 2 mags. We're just going to put those mags up here face down. We're going to put this one on top of those mags. This is the 10X Dragon break. Now, this happened over Memorial Day weekend on Sunday. I was doing things with my friends because I was in Vegas this weekend these were happening, and I bought 2 spots. It was a random kind of spot thing, so I ended up getting Thowwind Uncommon and Patrian Epic as the 2 spots. Went fairly well, as you can see here. I don't know exactly what I hit, though. So I wasn't watching. It looks like I hit 100% those are OCMs. So I hit 2 OCMs. I don't know if they are epics or uncommons or one of each. I have this fun card I looked at. I'll show you what that is. And then I have all of these. So we'll start with this big old pile. So this big old pile here is all of the uncommons. So this, again, this is 10 dragon boxes. So that is 80 packs, 64 cards per box. So 640 cards. Each pack is going to have two, actually not on average, 100%, will have 2 uncommons. So having Thalwind uncommon across 64 packs, 80 packs, there's 160 uncommon cards. I got this whole stack of Thalwind uncommons. So I'm not going to read them all off, but I'll show you some of the artwork here. There's one cool one here. It's with Soko that people love seeing. But you can see here, everything is that formless foil because they're all coming out of a dragon box. I know I have a Soko in here. There it is. I have 2 Sokos. We'll show that one off in a second. But yeah, we have all these cards. We have a lot of duplicates. That's all right. But then, yes, Soko here is kind of the one that's famous. A lot of people like. It's a little like duck with a hat on, hiking. So they got 2 of those in formless foil, as well as everything else for uncommons. I'm just going to put those off to the side here in a stack. Then, again, now we're talking about 80 packs. You only get a max of 1 epic per pack. You could have 0 epics. So across 80 packs, I would expect between 70 to 75 epics. And this whole chunk is just my Patrian epics. In formless foil, of course. So they're not going to go towards finishing my playset. I do need some Patrians, but I'm not including formless foils in those. But we do have a whole good selection. And funny thing is, Elven Gathering Bag is something I need in paper copy, and I'm getting formless foils. And I already had a formless foil of. But yes, so we have all of these here. We have duplicates of some. There's another Elven. There's another Laurelin. Back stack is rotated. I don't believe any of these are alternate artworks. They're all just the basic artwork. But yeah, so these are all epic formless foils. So that's a very good showing. Normally, if you're going to sell these, epic formless foils can sell between $25 and $30 a piece. That's a stack of however many. I didn't count them all. We can just do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 20. That's 20. So if I were to sell these for $25 a piece, that's $500 in cars, which more than makes up for what I paid for both spots combined. Plus all of these uncommons that will slide into view now. All right. So now we have 2 mags. I have no idea what those are. And this fun card. This is from a giveaway that they threw in there. And it is Enchanted Glowhorn Ibex promo from Existence. So this is a token wonder, but it is a promo. You can see the P down here in the right corner. You can see the P-023. So this is another promo card. I have one already from Existence. And that's the second one. I don't remember what the first one is, but it's a fun little giveaway I got there. All right, so now we have the 2 mags. I would love one of these to be an epic. I briefly kept like logging in every 20-30 minutes or so to see what was going on. I didn't see a lot of progress on the Patrian orbital stack that he was making. All the other orbitals were doing great. Patrian really wasn't, but it could have been one card, which was mine. So let's take a look. Card number 1. That is Thalwind Uncommon, 17 of 75 for the Diamond Shell Tortuga. Pretty cool card overall. I do love like how the glint is on that diamond shell. Very nice, especially in hollow form. Let's show these off a little better. Let's bring that big one front and center. Just like that. Oh, no, we'll actually bring it literally front and center, just like that. We'll put the common up top, and we'll put this one over here, regardless what it is. All right, we're looking for green, not blue. And it's green! 4 of 25. Laurelin Gleamfinder. Patrian Epic. Let's go. So very nicely done. I actually thought about buying a 3rd spot in this. When I was there, I was like, 10 times dragons. Every spot has potential here. And it was the random wheel spinning that gave me these 2. And I'm like, man, I got an uncommon. I got an epic. I'm going to get cards. but maybe I can wheel spin and get something more amazing. And the price difference between these two, actually, I think it was pick your spot, because there was a drastic price difference between getting these two. So I think it might have been a pick your spot, and I just got these two spots because that's where I was ready to go for it when I was looking at my phone. But overall, this is solid. So again, this was my last major What's in the Mail. We opened, I think it was 6 boxes today. We got a decent stack right there, about 7 or 8 mythic papers. We got the 1 Uncomfortably Numb in classic foil, a common, uncommon, epic, and then mythic OCM, a ton of epic formless foils, that promo, and an alt art in formless foil. So overall, pretty solid. Again, I will be back probably with one final video. I know for a fact I have a few more OCMs coming. I just had a stream, it was yesterday or 2 days ago, I don't remember already, where I hit another epic OCM. I wasn't expecting it. It was actually yesterday. I do remember. It was yesterday. I hit an epic OCM, was not expecting it, and kind of just hit. And I'm like, nice. That's great. So we'll be keeping our eye on that when those get delivered probably next week. Today's Tuesday. A lot of them look like they're on the East Coast or Midwest working their way over. So we'll have those coming soon. And then I will be getting ready for Vegas. I might do a video talking about the game and how it works in Vegas. And then I'll do a video after I get back and talk about what actually happened, how I performed in both constructed and sealed play, and hopefully have some really cool promos and other cards to show you, because I'm going to be bringing every formless foil I have and every OCM that I haven't sold up to that point is going to get brought with me to Vegas. So if people out there need trades, want to make some deals, I'll have them available. So thank you for tuning in to this kind of 3 parts in one video of What's in the Mail as I got everything in. I'm Steve-O, aka Denator17, and this was Olive Trading Posts. What's in the first? What's in the box? Just kidding. Wonder's the first. What's in the box? See you next time.